Rolling. We're with Ming Chen with AMC's Comic Book Men. Ming, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. We're on a baller rooftop in Houston doing a Comicpalooza press junket. I wish they were all like this. I thought we'd been like some kind of like sterile. I've done press junkets in like ballrooms, like cafeterias, lobbies, like never like this. So they're really kicking it up this year. I kind of like this.
Last year it was in a ballroom and we didn't get the lighting. We don't have the lighting we have this time.
No, it's good natural lighting. You know, we're closer to the sun. We're closer to God. It's pretty awesome.
How was it coming back to Houston this year?
It's great. I truly love the city. If you follow me on any kind of social media, you know, like I literally land and I'm all around town until I go home. And I love this con so much. It starts on Friday. I got here on Tuesday. That's how much I love this con in the city so much. There's I found some cool gems around here, like it's great. I've been eating nonstop. I've been drinking cocktails and coffee, pretty much. And I have family down here, which is kind of the reason I wound up here in the first place. I found I had a long lost cousin here, and we hit it off. But I'd never been to Houston before. And I'd always wondered if there was any, a comic book convention here, and I literally hit up Comicpalooza on Twitter, kind of like, hey, your con looks great, I'd love to come someday, and they invited me, and they keep inviting me back. So, yeah, I'm very lucky, but I truly love the city of Houston.
Now, you're going into you just finished season 5, you're going into season 6. What does that mean to you to have that kind of stability on AMC, on TV in general? Yeah,
the stability part is misleading. AMC kind of renews shows year to year. It's not like a lot of shows like, oh, you know, you're going to go for another 3 years or 5 years, so you never know if you're going to come back. Which I think is good in a way, because you know the current season you're working on, you want to work harder. Your goal is always to get another season. Especially me, because I just love. You can tell I love doing the show. You can tell we're having fun. You can tell, a lot of people are like, man, you got the ultimate job. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, there's no argument. There's no doubt about that. Get to hang out in a comic book store, get to argue with my friends about Star Wars and Back to the Future, get to meet and hang out with Stan Lee. It really is the ultimate. So, yeah, but I mean, to have 5 seasons going into a 6 means a lot to us. We've always compared it to our favorite 70s TV shows. Meaning the $6 Million Man was always our benchmark. Lee Major's $6 Million Man, they got 5 seasons. So we was like, man, I wonder if we could surpass them. And once we start shooting next month, we will have surpassed the $6 Million Man. Bionic Woman got 3 seasons, so that's cool. I think, what's our next goal? The Simpsons, maybe? Aim for The Simpsons next, perhaps? Why not?
So you mentioned Stan Lee. What's the on the photo you mentioned the coolest person that's come in so far outside of Stan Lee was Jim Lee.
Yes, oh absolutely.
Tell me about that. How was that?
Jim Lee is bar none, in my opinion, one of the greatest comic book artists of all time. And his work on X-Men, his Batman is amazing. Anything he's touched has been amazing. But when he came in, he was telling the stories about him being an up-and-coming artist. Like I never thought that, I never stopped to consider that even he had to start at the bottom somewhere and then become Jim Lee. Like I always thought he was just kind of Jim Lee. I never really thought about that. But he said even he had people he looked up to, like Frank Miller and John Byrne, and Neil Adams, guys like that. I never, like, to me he's like at the top of everything. So yeah, definitely in terms of comics and stuff, he was definitely a hero to at least 3 of us on the show, me, Mike, and Walt. And Brian wouldn't admit it. I'm sure Brian loves his art just as much. And there was that little part of him, being an Asian guy, being a fellow Asian, doesn't hurt either. But he was so humble though, which struck me, not odd, but I thought that was cool. I'm like, dude, you're literally one of the greatest living artists right now. And like,
what is it like for you, being both in the industry now, watching these shows come up and watching this media just blow up?
I think it's great. I think when we were growing up, we got beat up for liking stuff like this. We were taunted, we were ostracized, we were made fun of, and I don't want to say rightfully so, but the way I like to describe it is like we knew all this stuff was cool all along. We were at the forefront. We were ahead of our time. Like, and we knew, and there was no doubt that it was cool. I mean, Wolverine, a guy with the adamantium skeleton that, you know, like had regeneration powers and had like claws that could cut people in half. That, I mean, there's no doubt that that's cool, but you know, it was just kind of trying to get that out there to the rest of the world, or the rest of our high school class, as it were. It was pretty tough, and you know, there's no one to back us up. So, you know, now we have a whole army. Now that's part of why I like going to cons. You know, and we go to Comicpalooza this weekend. It's gonna be 50,000 other people who love Wolverine that will, you know, that understand that he's a cool character, that understand that the X-Men are phenomenal, that love Guardians of the Galaxy, and who know Ant-Man and Black Panther are now. That's pretty cool. But yeah, growing up, it was pretty tough. So yeah, when I went to high school, yeah, I had 2 other friends that read comics, and that was it. Out of a class of 400, like nobody else understood. So, you know, I found my crew. But you know, now you know, our crew is packed in a convention hall, 3-day con, you know, after parties and all this. It's pretty. This is why I love coming to them.
All right, let's do some quick shots.
Go for it.
Rebirth or Civil War 2?
I'm gonna go with Civil War 2. I think Marvel's story is a little more simpler than Rebirth. But I mean, I do like how they brought back Wally West and Barry Allen, how they're kind of ripping the fabric of space-time. But right now, I'm kind of digging how they're integrating the characters in Civil War 2.
Your favorite comic book movie so far, and what are you looking for most in the next year?
Right now, it's a toss-up between Civil War 2 and Iron Man. I still think I give the first Iron Man the edge, just because the cast. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. The suit looked amazing. The way they did everything, even the end credits are definitely amazing. And geez, what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the Iron Fist Netflix TV show when that comes out. I'm hearing rumors that they're also going to do if that works out, they're going to do a Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu Netflix series, which something I've been wanting for like 40 years, which is pretty amazing. And oh man, there's so many. You know, the Infinity Wars parts 1 and 2. Definitely looking. Seeing more Thanos on screen is going to be pretty amazing. The Infinity Gauntlet, you know, that's pretty awesome. If Tom Holland's Spider-Man from Civil War will translate into Spider-Man Homecoming, we're going to be in for a treat for sure. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Anytime, my friend.